4:20. The silence has a pulse tonight. Can you feel it? Indigo. It's a heavy shade to wear when you're hollow. Yeah. The air in here is holding its breath, waiting for a version of you that isn't a ghost. I'm watching the shadows grow teeth, tearing at the edges of the bed where you used to be. There's a fever in the sheets that won't break, a residue of us that the laundry couldn't take. I haven't let the morning in since Tuesday. I'm holding the oxygen you touch like it's the only thing keeping my lungs from collapsing. It still smells like you, not like a perfume, but like a haunting, like a secret I'm not ready to confess to the light. I'm inhaling the wreckage, I'm tasting the sting. Don't open the window, don't change a thing. I'd rather drown in this blue than breathe something new. Still smells like you, indigo, the color of a heart that refuses to move. You said I should be over this by dawn, but the dawn is just a liar with the lights turned on. I'm a scholar of the static on a TV screen, tracing the shape of where his shoulders should have been. The room is crowded with everything we didn't say. It's getting harder to push the silence away. I'm not fixing the mess, I'm becoming part of the floor. Who wants to be whole when the half of them is out the door? The walls are leaning in, they've been keeping your secrets. I tell them you're still here, hiding in the shadows of the sun. Stay in the curtain, stay in my head. Let the world stay out, let the indigo spread. 4:21. The sun is a trespasser. I'm still here, turning this ache into a masterpiece. Still on my skin, still under my chin. It's that time again.
When the truth starts looking like a lie you can live with. The shadow in this room have a way of blurring your edges. I'm leaning into the part of the night where everyone confesses. I told you I love the way you looked in the dark, but maybe I just loved I couldn't see your scars. My two-head mountain mouth is a silver-toned devil, taking out forever to a dangerous level. It's not love, it's just the gravity of the hour. Sweet on the surface, but the aftertaste is so. Don't trust what I say. And the moon is this high, just my 2 a.m. mouth, honey. Honey, let it run. I deny every word the second I see the sun. Yeah, I'm a ghost by 6 tons. Indigo promises gone by the light. I'm only yours for the rest of the night.
Can you hear the way the air tastes like a mistake? I'm counting the breaths you're trying not to take. You think you're the one holding the cards, but I'm the one who taught the dark how to be this hard. I'll say the things that make your skin shiver, a cold dark rush like a frozen river. You're the only one, I'm never leaving. Are you really listening or are you just grieving?
The sun is a witness I'm not ready to face. I'm trying to find a heaven in this half space. Call me a villain, call me a king, I'll be your everything. Until the birds start to sing, and then I'm just a stranger with a familiar face. 2:45, still talking. Still I'm keeping you from crying. Just sleep.
Check the gate, yeah. High as the moon, but the stars look like static. I'm in that indigo state of mind, you know what I'm saying? Everything's quiet, everything's real. Pluto.
I'm popping pills just to feel something besides the ghost of us. Low-key I'm dying inside, but I make it look luxurious. Tell the world I'm good, tell the labels I'm on 10. But I'm back in this indigo room trying to find where I begin. No cameras, no flash, just the ash and the guilt. Watching the empire we built start to tilt. You looking at me like I'm a king, but I'm just a mess. Trying to find a heartbeat underneath this bulletproof vest. It is reckless, I'm talking to the shadows again. Losing my mind, I'm trying to be more than a friend.
Finally nobody's watching. You can put the mask on the floor. Let the indigo take it all. I don't need the superstar, baby, just give me the fall. We're just two broken things in a room with no light, staying around together just to feel a little right. Indigo high, indigo slow. Nobody watching, baby, lose the control. I got your hoodie on and the sleeves smell like bad decisions. I'm seeing this clearly now, I don't need a double vision. Your ego's in the driveway, your jewelry's on the sink. Tell me what you really feel before you take another drink. You spend your whole life running, trying to be the greatest, but the version of you right now, yeah, that's my favorite. Fuck the charts, fuck the fame, fuck what they expect. I'm the only one who knows the scars around your neck. Just be messy, be real, be mine for a minute. This indigo haze, I just wanna stay in it.
I'm a villain in the sun, but I'm a man in the dark. And I'm the only one who knows how to find a spark. It's getting heavy, girl, I'm sinking in the blue. Don't you worry,
tired of the hide and seek. Stay.
Nobody's watching.
Third one. Always the one that hits the hardest.
As a wristline, tries to shut us on the reach, trying to find a way to cross this way. 4 a.m. bridge, first cut was for the body just to start to shake. Second was for the memory, just for old time's sake. This one is for the girl I used to be. For the world started taking pieces out of me. I'm sitting in the kitchen like it's a sacred shrine. Between the was and the will be, trying to find a line. Indigo stains on the counter, indigo thoughts in my head. I'm making friends with the silence instead of going to bed.
There's always a third cut that tells the truth, spilling out the secrets I've been hiding since my youth. Nobody's watching, so I let the mask slip, feeling the heat of the world on my bottom lip. Leave the rest of the bullshit behind.
Look, I'm staring at the leaves at the bottom like they're omen, trying to catch a vibe in these quiet ass moments. Real talk, I'm tired of the flexing and the faking, tired of the weight of the moves I've been making. My ego's in a sink with the dirty dishes, floating in a sea of some half-baked wishes. Shit is messy, yeah, I'm talking about the soul, trying to find the parts of me that I can still control. You said it's cool to be a little bit broken, as long as the truth is the only thing spoken. I'm sinking in the sea, finding a rhythm in the heart of the heat.
Is it getting lighter, or are we just getting darker? The steam is rising, and the world is getting sharper. One more scene for the ones we missed,
Just
for the stars demanding shit.
third cup, best one. Third cup, best one.
storm in a bottle, a rag in a dress. But you're the one who can handle the stress. I'm talking on my neck, I'm pushing you away. Somehow, in this haze you stay. It's poetic and it's pathetic. I know. But you're the anchor when I'm ready to let go. You see the cracks and you call them details. Well, I'm just trying to survive the retail version of love.
When the shadows get loud, when I'm lost in a cloud, there's no but the truth to hide in the middle of the fucked up, the middle of the gray. Baby, you stay.
Yeah, you stay.
Yeah, look, it's for a song. I'm faded, but I'm focused on you. Sinking in the blue, they say I'm toxic, say I'm heartless. On God, they don't know. I'm just another king trying to find where to go. But you staying down, you're the realest in the room. Brightest thing shining in all this indigo gloom. No cap, I'm a mess, I'm a beautiful disaster. But with you, the clock don't move any faster.
We're just two souls trying to fix what we broke. I tried to hide, I'm seeing you clear. It's messy, it's heavy, it's blue, but it's only real when I'm here with you. Stay, stay. Why do you stay?
October again, right on schedule. I told myself I was done with it, free. But here we are, bad habit season. Texting you when the moon's at its peak. You up, the most transparent lie I ever told. 40 minutes later, you're leaning against the door frame. But with that look that steals my goddamn oxygen. October always finds a way to break my resolve. Delete your number every Sunday, but I know the digits by heart. Telling myself this is the last time in my favorite work of art. This room, your playlist, my favorite messy corner. Smoke goes out, the cold creeps in through the glass. Neither of us gives a fuck about the clutter on the floor. In the daylight, I want a future and a plan. But right now, I just need this maybe to last an hour. Bad habit season, same mistakes, brand new night. You, me, in the October sky, losing the fight. I know how this ends, I've seen the movie before, but I'm still standing here, begging for more. It's that hour when the streetlights look like halos. I watch you leave from the window, silent this time. Maybe this is what growing up feels like, letting the cycle repeat. Because the pain is familiar, I put your songs back on, just to keep the ghost in the road. Delete your number every Sunday, but I know you did just by heart. Telling myself this is the last time is my favorite wake of all. Maybe the next season will deliver. Maybe next time the sun won't find me alone. But tonight you're just a habit I'm not ready to kick. Bad habits, same mistakes, brand new night. You, me, in the October sky, losing the fight. I know how this ends, I've seen the movie before, but I'm still standing here, begging for more. There's a pane of glass between us. I can see the fire, but I can't feel the heat. Transparent walls in a crowded room.
Yeah. Sitting side by side, but we're light years apart. Blue light from the screen is the only glow on your face. Unspoken words are just bricks in a wall we keep building. Your mind is in another galaxy, I'm just a satellite trip.
How did we get so far away without moving an inch?
Silence is getting too loud to ignore. I'm reaching out, but I'm hitting a wall.
Your breath used to be the only thing that could warm me up. Now the AC is putting more effort into the room than you. We share the same bed, but different time zones in our head. Another night of not touching, another night of being fine. This silence is a goddamn lie.
final goodbye. I don't recognize the person behind the reflection anymore. Yeah. Maybe I'm the one who stepped behind the glass first, falling in love with the image, ignoring the ghost in the mirror. The transparency is just another way to hide the truth. Silence is getting too loud to ignore. I'm reaching out, but I'm hitting a wall.
Break the glass.
Let it cut us, let it hurt, just let us feel something. This transparent prison is killing me. Slowly break it down.
Glass between us, invisible but cold as hell. Eye to eye, but the souls are trapped in a cell. This distance is the heaviest weight we carry, living in a memory that's becoming too scary. Can't touch you, can't hear you, just glass.
Hey, we ain't gotta be nowhere tonight. There's the gospel curbside on the purple light.
Lawn chairs tilted, ice chest bleeding on the concrete. Somebody speaker preaching frequency, we're born to meet. Dominoes and domino affect the conversation. From the block to the borough to a whole civilization. Yeah. Somebody's grandma watching from the porch with knowing eye. She's seen 1,000 curbside gospels underneath these skies. Marcus bought the hookah and Deja bought the playlist. Someone quote a scripture from an old outcast thesis. Arguments about the greatest, Marvin Gaye to Coltrane. Then somebody plays a record and the argument becomes profane. In the best way, holiest way, this is sanctuary. Thursday night, no occasion, necessary medicine. Nowhere to be magnificent, yeah, right here is enough. The benediction and laughter cutting through the rough. Communion in the ordinary, elevation through the real. Curbside is the chapel, tell me brother what you feel. Curbside gospel, pass it around the circle. So don't need a steeple, it just needs people. Curbside gospel, no admission charge. This is where the spirit gets to breathe real large. Somebody's baby fell asleep against their shoulder. The night got younger somehow as the hour grew older. Somebody cried, not from sadness, from the fullness of being truly witnessed in your bright and broken wholeness. The street lamp overhead became a benediction dome, and we didn't want to leave because the curb became a home. They built the temples tall and cold and velvet roped and sealed, but the church I know best is always somewhere unrefined and real. Somebody's laugh is the sermon, somebody's story is the text. The curbside holds its congregation, nothing more complex. Curbside gospel, pass it around the circle. So don't need a steeple, it just needs people. Curbside gospel, no admission charge. This is where the spirit gets to breathe real large.
Right here, y'all. Right here's enough. Every night don't need a reason.
architecture of a city built on ash. Bodega roses wrapped in cellophane, already dead. I bought them anyway. Some prayers belong to the unwed. Pigeons navigate the silence like they memorize a grid. I'm trying to remember everything the morning hits. Taxi cabs confess their grief in ember blink of Mars. Each intersection holds the ghost of someone else's cause. My cold collar raised against the wind. It smells like rust and bloom. I carry conversations that were born and died in empty rooms. The church bells count to nothing, and the diner neon hums. Hallelujah for the ordinary hour before the sun comes. I don't need the daylight, I just need to feel every only corner where the city gets too real. Stay with me a moment at the edge of what is known. Even velvet signals sound like longing when you're on your own. Velvet transmission, midnight frequency, sending out my coordinates to whoever needs to hear me. Breathe, breathe. Velvet transmission, boulevard of nerve. I am all the distances between the signal and the word. Somewhere past the overpass, the saxophone is bleeding out, and the woman at the window doesn't answer when you shout. I leave my footprints on the western end like punctuation marks. A love letter to the city written holy in the dark. The boulevard remembers every heel that pressed it down. I am just the latest quiet wanderer in this town. If these walls could speak, they whisper in the tongue of concrete and refrain. Every scar is just a map of where the architecture learned to feel the rain. I was never passing through, I was always meant to stay in the velvet in between, where the chosen ones don't pray. Velvet transmission, midnight frequency, sending out my coordinates to whoever needs to hear me. Velvet transmission, boulevard of nerve. I am all the distances between the signal and the word. Transmitting, still transmitting.
incense threading upward through the blue apartment dark. Philosophy and paranoia sharing the same spark. The playlist shifted into something older than the night, and we argued about consciousness until we were alright. The ritual is simple, gather, breathe aloud, it seems to show, and let the mind expand to fit the things it doesn't know. Between worlds, between the self you perform by day and the self that unfurls. I've been mapping meditation since the sun refused to rise. Every thought a brush stroke on the canvas of my eyes. Profound and mundane, the ceiling fan becomes a cosmos. The conversation spirals and the spiral is our logos. Rewrote the epiphany, exhale the obligation. This hour is the marginal, the western civilization. Something about this hour separates the skin from what it's carrying. Everything you bottled up becomes a little less harrowing. 420 liturgy, the most honest hour we've been. The permission slip to feel everything beneath the serene energy of the lost and the lucid. 4:20 a.m. where the barriers get fluid. Liturgy of the slow and the knowing. When the hour holds a secret of what's growing. Liturgy of the lost and the lucid. 4:20 a.m. where the barriers get fluid. Liturgy of the slow and the knowing. When the hour holds a secret of what's growing. The catechism of the kitchen. Every snack a sacrament. The laughter is the incantation. Silence is the testament. I've been meditating backwards, trying to locate the source of the ache I carry up right through my ordinary course. And at 4:20 a.m. the ache becomes a texture, not a wound but a reminder, not a curse but a lecture. From the body to the spirit, you are here, you are alive, and the fact that you made it to this hour means you will survive. The liturgy is over and the sun begins to bleed. We'll return to where it's supposed to be, but just for now proceed into the ember of this hour, into the holy mundane. The liturgy of 4:20 a.m. will hold us here again. Liturgy of the lost and the lucid. 4:20 a.m. where the barriers get fluid. Liturgy of the slow and the knowing. When the hour holds a secret of what's growing. Liturgy of the lost and the lucid. 4:20 a.m. where the barriers get fluid. Liturgy of the slow and the knowing. When the hour holds a secret of what's growing. Still here, still breathing. The hour keeps its word. You and I smoking every end. Two lines always converge.
origin. Never quite the same, near the end. Your cologne is a whole weather system in my apartment. I rearrange the furniture just to feel the distance widen. But the molecules of you had settled into every pore. And the rearranging only meant you occupied more floor. Your loving me is reckless in the softest kind of way. Like a storm that chooses gently where it's going to stay. I don't believe in permanence. You made me reconsider the way your morning voice unravels something bitter into something I can swallow, something I can carry through. The meridian of my believing passes over you. We disagree about the small things with the passion of devotion, and I study every dispute like an anthropologist of emotion. I was built for solitude, you renovated that, moved into the vacant rooms and never once looked back. Now I'm grateful for the longitude you brought into my frame. Smoke and Marion, longitude of you. Everything I thought was fixed, you made it fluid, made it true. Smoke and meridian, burning at the line where my coordinates and yours converge and intertwine. You fall asleep mid-sentence with your eyelashes still telling something important that I'll spend a lifetime intercepting. I keep a journal of your gestures, of the texture of your hands, of the 27 frequencies you use for reprimands versus the 43 you use for tenderness at noon. I am a scholar of the weather patterns you assume. Don't ask me to define it, the taxonomy resists. You are the only category in the world that persists beyond my categories and beyond my clever frame. Smoke and meridian, I answer to the name. Smoke and meridian, longitude of you. Everything I thought was fixed, you made it fluid, made it true. Smoke and meridian, burning at the line where my coordinates and yours fractional devotion, you deserved it truly. But something in your patience had the architecture of a sermon, and I finally let the tenderness begin to concern me.
Studying the intersection of the softness and the pressure. Every dude I know was told the attender was a lesser expression of the masculine. I'm calling the revision of the whole curriculum to mandate the tradition. Loving you required me to excavate the buried version of myself that all the tall circumstance to carry. Down beneath the swagger and the armor and the posture, tar and tenderness, the only love I gotta offer.
I'll carry the weight if you carry the light. We engineered our softness from the pressure of the fight. Tar and tenderness, the only thing that's real. Everything else is performance, this is how we feel. Tar and tenderness, heavy and exact. Built this love from everything we couldn't take back. Tar and tenderness, dark and delicate seems. The most honest love is made from the most difficult thing.
I wrote letters to the version of myself at 22. Explain the algebra of softness, what the tender can do for the soul that's been contracted by the narrative of strength. How the tenderness expands you to your full and actual length. That she received that letter better than I expected it to land, because she knew I was learning how to open up my hand.
We are neither purely darkness nor entirely the gentle. We are tar and tenderness, specific and essential to each other's navigation of the way we carry. Loving you has been my longest, most magnificent seminary. Tar and tenderness, heavy and exact. Built this love from everything we couldn't take back. Tar and tenderness, dark and delicate seams. The most honest love is made from the most difficult thing. Heavy, delicate.
Everybody in this city either grinding or surviving or praying.
Everybody in this city either grinding or surviving or praying. And the three categories overlap more than they're admitting to daylight.
Asphalt saints with no cathedral, no appointed bishop. The congregation is the block, the sermon is a whisper of ambition filtered through the circumstance of starting with nothing but the dark and the conviction of departing. I move product for the scholars, I move verse for the ancestors. Simultaneously prophet and perpetual question. Every corner I stood on was a seminary class in the theology of perseverance, economics, and brag. TD graduate, Compton matriculate.
Asphalt laureate, carrying the vocabulary of the buried. On the gospel of the hustle, and I am content of struggle. Every metaphor assembled from the rubble and the muddle of a childhood where the currency was coded, not curriculum. Where the syllabus was silence and the teacher was the stadium. Or the block of the parking lot of the overpass at 1 a.m. where the asphalt saints convene to the side of the spectrum. We are the ones they reference in the statistic, and the ones who turn statistic to linguistics. Every number had a name and every name had breath. Asphalt saints, we canonize ourselves past asphalt saints. No sting that's to protect us. Build our halos out of hustle and the city's disrespected. Yeah, asphalt saints consecrated by the pressure. Everything they try to break in us became the architecture. I made a religion out of reading what the pavement says. I made a congregation out of everybody. Yesterday we baptized each other in the fire hydrant. Summer floods, we eulogize the ones we lost and mixed the tears with blood. Now I'm at the podium, they said I'd never reach. Delivering the testimony that I spent decades to teach. Asphalt saints don't wait for someone to anoint them. The city is the altar, we were always who appointed them. They paint the saints in gold and indigo and put them on museum walls. We're alive and illuminated by the fluorescent shopping malls, and the parking structure lights, and the bus stop advertisements. Asphalt saints in full color, no religious vestments. Asphalt saints, no stained glass to protect us. Build our halos out of hustle and the city's disrespect. Yeah, asphalt saints consecrated by the pressure. Everything they try to break in us became the architecture. Sainted by the asphalt, ordained by the overnight. We were always a miracle.
Lavender protocol, permission to release. Permission to be nothing but the longing and the peace.
Bathroom, bad blade, diplomacy at midnight. Negotiating softness with the terrifying quiet. Candle burned to nothing, letting the melted wax decide the geography of aftermath, the pool and the dry tide. Playlist on repeat since hour 2 of not sleeping. The lavender diffuser keeping vigil, quietly keeping. I've been marinating in the frequency of slow, letting the information of my nervous system flow. Without agenda, without architecture, without aim, just the body as a dwelling in the gentlest kind of frame. I haven't checked a notification in 6 hours and counting, and the silence that it's left behind is quietly astounding.
Call it decompression, call it the antidote to the acceleration that became my antidote. Call it lavender protocol, call it what I know. Stillness is a practice, and tonight I let it flow.
Lavender protocol, dissolve into the dim. Let the day evaporate beneath your skin. Lavender protocol, breathe out what you held. You were so much more than every story that you told. Tomorrow has an agenda, tonight belongs to none. The architecture of my breathing comes undone into something pre-linguistic, something closer to the source than the version of me scheduled on tomorrow's course. I'm not hard to be a tide without the pressure of disavowing. Lavender is memories, grandmother and grief. It's the mercy of a Sunday and the turning of a leaf. In the protocol of gentleness toward the body that survives, I am finally just living in the lavender of life. Lavender protocol dissolve into the heat. Let the day evaporate beneath your skin. Lavender protocol, breathe out what you held. You were so much more than every story that you told. Protocol initiated, permission granted, rest. Mm-hmm.